Hey, we are Bizarre Investigations. I'm Hugh.
And I am Josh.
How you doing, bud?
Not bad, man. Not bad.
You tried to go home last night?
I did, dude. I was thinking about it pretty hard. Didn't want to be working at all, dude. I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, dude. I'm not going to lie. This quarantine shit's bullshit.
Yeah, and you know what I found out? Is that if
36 states are opening up, but not California.
Are they really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What I did find out, though, is that if I were to go on unemployment, I'd be making more money.
Yeah, we would, actually. My wife's
With
making
that
more
extra
money now.
$600 a week?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man.
My wife is making more money than me now.
Crazy, crazy, crazy times.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sit home and do nothing? We'll pay you more.
Fuck it. This sounds shitty, but I'm going to be debt-free by the end of this.
Hey, we'll see. I don't think they're actually the thing you were talking about with the extra money coming. I don't think that's happening.
It's in Congress. There's 3 different bills in Congress right now that by the time this comes out, one of them's going to be passed. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't believe it. We'll see. Also, last night, since we talked about work a little bit, my voice is fucking hurting right now because I was using the talk to text to try to write out a report. And it fucking wouldn't work, dude. And I started getting irritated.
On the shitty Russian phones they give us?
Exactly. And so I'm sitting here trying to talk to text, and I'm like, you don't expect me to write out or type out an entire paragraph, do you?
In like 30 seconds, they expect you, they give us like a certain time to be on a property now. Because we used to have fun at this job, now we don't. But we got to type it out like in 30 seconds. So we use talk to text because it's faster. And half the time it doesn't fucking work.
No, but last night too, okay, so it wasn't working, right? And I'm like, okay, well, let me try again. It's not working. And so I was like, maybe if I scream it, it will work. So I started screaming at the damn phone.
Yeah.
Yes, I probably look like a psycho, but...
Yeah, last week I punched my phone because it wasn't working properly.
Yeah.
And my fucking... Can't close it.
He's got a crooked pinky.
I punched wrong. All right,
Oh, yeah, let's do this, dude, because I need something to wet my whistle. Wait. What are you doing? I don't even know what you're doing. Nobody knows what you're doing.
You just said you want to wet your whistle, so I'm going to wet my whistle first.
With a
Purple Haze Bang.
There you go. I also got a Purple Haze Bang. This was not planned. We just happened to get Purple Haze Bangs.
We both got extra bangs just in case one of us forgot, and we both picked up Purple Haze for the other, so we're like,
that's
fuck
funny.
it.
Well, we know that's a solid one. That's like a good, not a bad one to go to. So
yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Want me to do my brain fuck?
Oh, yeah. If you want to get into that, that'd be awesome.
It's actually a pretty good one. I don't think you're going to get it. What word begins and ends with an E, a letter E, but only has one letter? Want me to say it again?
Yes.
Okay. What word begins and ends with an E, but only has one letter?
What word begins and ends with an E, but only has one letter?
Yep.
I don't fucking know.
It's actually a really good one. Like at the end, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
That's a little different.
Yeah. Well, we actually you have some exciting news, right?
I do. Okay, so we got. You know how we've been asking the listeners to give us some of their own personal stories so we can read them on air
for only 16 episodes.
It's only been the entire lifetime of this podcast. We've been asking for this. Well, we finally got one. We got a hit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we have a listener named Caroline.
Okay.
She sent in her little story. It's pretty good. I read it already.
You piece of shit.
I had to. But it's pretty good. Hopefully this will get the ball rolling on more people sending in their stories.
Hopefully, but who knows?
Right now, Caroline, you get a sticker. We'll send you a sticker. How about that?
Sticker time. Yeah.
And if you want to send us in your stories, we'll try to do the same for you. But she's the first one, so she's going to get a sticker.
Yep. And we only have like a few more stickers, so.
Oh, I could always order more, but if you guys really want to get on the ball and start sending us some stories, we'll see what we can do about sending you guys some stickers.
It works, yeah. Do it. You want to get into it?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull it up.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder.
All right, I found it, guys. I found down there. Thank you, Caroline. Caroline. Okay, I'm going to get into it here. Here we go. So it says, I remember there was this house I lived in as a kid, and I know for sure it was haunted. One time I was telling my mom that I knew this house was haunted because I would see and feel things. She said that she believed me and she had seen them too. She told me that one night when my brother and I had been playing in the back bedroom and watching TV, and just being loud, that she had told us it was time for bed because she had already gotten our little sister and brother to sleep. A little time goes by and it was quiet, so she was satisfied that we were asleep. Then she started hearing us laughing and playing again, so she walked down the hall and opened the door to tell us to go be quiet and go to bed. We were already asleep. She said she saw 2 kids sitting on the edge of the bed that looked to be about the same age as us, and they were laughing. Then they turned to look at her, and she ran out of the room. She ran out of the room scared. Once she got down the hall, she realized she had to make sure we were safe. And so she ran back in the room, and the kids were gone. And it was just us sleeping. Exactly. I'm out. That's exactly the kind of thing I would do. I can't blame her. And the kids were gone. It was just us sleeping. She said she ended up waking us up, and we all slept in the same room that night. When my mom described what the kids looked like, I told her that I think I had played with them sometimes. So that's why I think that kids are more perceptive and in tune with being able to see and even interact with the supernatural world.
We talked with Jay about that. I agree with that.
I agree with that too. Well, that's the end of it, but that was pretty nice. Pretty interesting.
And her mom said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, she opened the door. I don't know you kids. I am the fuck out of here. That's funny. Yeah. Good.
Oh,
Thank you very much again, Caroline. Sent that in. We appreciate that.
Thank you. That's awesome.
If you guys want to hear your stories read on the show, send it in. Send it in to bizarreinvestigations@gmail.com.
Yep.
Please.
bizarreinvestigations@gmail.com. Hey, it's been like what? Like 7 episodes. Have you ever made this is 18? It's been about 9 episodes. Have you ever made a Facebook?
I told you 3 times already I can't make a Facebook.
You can make the Facebook
you know what I can
page.
Do? You know what I can do though, and I'll do that definitely before season 2. I will create a Facebook kind of like Farnsey had in the past, so I'll call it like Bizarre Josh or something like that.
Just say Bizarre Investigations.
I can't do it.
You can make a page.
I know that, but what I'll do is I'll create that.
Why do you want
so that
Facebook?
I can create a page off of that? You know what I'm saying?
But why?
So that we can have an actual Facebook that people can go to and check up on our progress.
That's literally what a page is for.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I thought you didn't know anything about Facebook.
I ran a Facebook page for a while for my old company I worked, but I just don't like Facebook at all.
I hate Facebook.
Me too. It's my least favorite social media platform.
So that's why we're going to put it on there.
I hate Twitter, and I run Twitter. I just fucking hate it. It's so fucking stupid.
Dude, I finally signed on so I can see everything that's happening on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's fucking wild, dude.
It's a fucking shit show.
It's a wild west out there. So happy I'm in charge of Instagram.
Dude, I go on Instagram more than I go on Twitter.
Oh God, there's nothing happening on Instagram though. We need to get our guys listening. And
I like looking at people who follow us. Or I like looking at their pages and shit.
Yeah. I like that more than Twitter for sure. I don't even. Yeah, Instagram's better than
100%.
Yeah,
fuck
sure.
everyone on Twitter besides Jay.
For sure.
That's
the only reason we have that. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just so fucking stupid, man. So much bullshit goes on Twitter. It's
God, dude, I can't keep up.
It's either stupid ass people's tweeting, or I see political shit. I don't want to see political shit. Like I watch the news for a fucking reason. That's for fucking political shit,
right?
I don't want to go on social media and see that shit, but that's literally all it is.
It is what it is, man.
It's pretty fucking stupid.
What are we looking at time wise right now?
We're like 9 minutes.
It's not bad.
No.
So here's another thing that happened to me this week. I was fucking... Actually, no, it happened 2 days ago when you were not working.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking down the bike trail, and I'm looking, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a shadow just zoom by my fucking vision. And it was like, it came off of a roof of a house.
Yeah.
And it, like, I don't want to say it jumped because it didn't, like, have a real body. It was just, like, a shadow. And it came off the roof of a house, and it looked like it jumped off the roof, darted in front of my vision, and then was gone.
Remember that one time that I was talking to you? Like, the time where I swear to God there's something in the fucking water.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to go check on the other side, and at the corner of my eye I saw something fucking jump at me, and I was on the fucking radio with you.
Yeah, that's... that was funny. But this one scared the shit out of me. It's that one property that we didn't like. We both agreed that we don't like the feeling when we go there.
Fuck, which one?
It's off a bike trail, 98.
Is it up by a railroad?
No. It's 98. It's the one where you drive in on the bike trail.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That fucking place. Oh, shit.
Anyways, so when we go there for, like, the longest time, we've been saying we get this eerie feeling. And, like we're being
like
watched
this,
almost.
It's so weird. Like, you go, like, you had to, like, get your car and actually drive on the bike trail. And right when you hit, like, the certain part, it, no matter what day of the month it is or week or whatever, it's fucking foggy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but the second you get, like, into the fog, you fucking feel so fucking eerie.
Yeah, that place just has a weird feeling to it. And then last night, was it 2 nights ago? I see this little. The only thing I can think of is a shadow figure, and it scared the shit out of me. I didn't finish what I was supposed to be doing. I just got the fuck out of there.
Oh, dude, at that place, like, we got to do like 10, 15 minutes on the property. I'll do like 2 minutes there. I'm like, I'll go there. I'm like, nope, come right back.
Yeah, no, I was out of there. Like, I seen that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not sticking around. I'm out of here for sure.
Well, it's really funny. We want to do like an investigation.
All right, we're gonna be way too scared to do it. That's funny.
It'd be so pussy.
So the whole basis of our name on this podcast, I don't think we ever actually talked about this.
Well, I don't think we have, no.
Was eventually down the line when we get a little more popular and we get a little bit more time on our hands, we want to actually go to some of these sites that we're speaking on
and do investigations.
Not
just like paranormal investigations, but
like alien like everything. Like look into shit that we are talking about. So if we talk about there being an alien abduction, for instance, we would love to go to that site where this individual was abducted, or like
maybe interview him,
like that one where the alien's supposed to be buried, that kind of thing. Like look into shit like that. That was our whole purpose of this, to where we eventually want to like put videos on YouTube of us investigating shit.
And then it, like, you guys probably don't believe us, but the second we started talking about doing this podcast, stupidly spooky shit happened to us.
It's super odd because I don't remember this shit happening prior.
At our old job together, no, never. I never once. The scariest I ever been in my old job was, I was like checking this old, like, it was like 100 acres of just land, right? Just nothing there, just land. And I looked, and maybe 15 feet away from me was a fucking mountain lion, and it jumped at me, and that's the scariest I've ever been.
Oh, that thing will fucking kill you.
But I had my gun and my taser in my hand.
There you go.
But no, honestly, like,
you know what's funny? I'm sorry, before you continue, because he was acting like he's running with a fucking gun and a taser in each hand. But you ever think like animals are like aware enough to like, I scared this retard. Look at him run. Look at him run.
Yeah.
I scared this fucking guy. Look at him run, man. That's funny.
No, I 100% agree. That'd be so. Like, I'm gonna scare this bitch right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready to just jump.
Oh, fucking him and his buddies are in the back just fucking rolling.
Oh, man.
Look at this fucking guy.
Never saw anything spooky, like ghostly or anything like that.
No, never. I can't even remember anything that even really got my, like, the hairs on the back of my neck standing up or anything like that.
Besides, like, the feeling where you're approaching, like, a whole bunch of fucking people.
Oh, that's a different story.
Yeah, but I've never once at our old job together felt scared.
No. Not like we have here. And it may be just the job and the places we're going. It could very well be, but it's kind of weird because we started this podcast around the same time we switched jobs.
We started like, what, 2 months later? Or we
started the
podcast 2 months later.
Not even a month later.
We started in October. We started really in December. We got our gear in November, but we started like actually practicing in December.
Yeah. Well, I know that we didn't start until we had this job. So we started the podcast when we got this job. Yeah. And then shit started getting crazy. So
it's actually just really weird.
It is really weird. Maybe
and we used to talk on our radio app so much more, and we never heard anything spooky on the radio app. You never heard any laughing?
No.
I've
you
heard
know what I want to do?
Like 3 times now.
I want to get that clip from Stevie's interview.
Yeah.
I want to get that little clip where it's saying something and put it on IG.
Okay.
So if we can do that, that'd be awesome. So these people can check that out because that episode.
If they want to check it out, they can fucking look at it.
No, I agree, but maybe they're not going to be able to like actually clip it out like we could and actually put it on something they can listen to. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be pretty dope if we can do that.
Yeah. Well, you want to get into one of these fucking
You're the tech guy, so
yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, real quick before we even get into this episode is about Alien Abductions. It's our first episode we're going to be talking about this.
Yeah, so
it's actually a pretty cool little thing to get into. Before we even get into it, I kind of want to talk a little bit about why you think that aliens would be abducting people and like what the purpose is.
All right.
I mean, for me, excuse me, I think that it's first of all, I've kind of had this stance for the past few weeks now. I think the aliens are us from the future. Mm-hmm. So I think that we're just coming back and we're observing what an ancient civilization is, essentially, and what we do.
Okay.
Because I think that in the future we're going to be so advanced that this is like archaic to us. So they're coming back and saying like, "Oh, these people used to live like this? That's crazy. Let's study like their whole entire makeup of their body."
Well, at the same time, they would have that shit.
No, I mean, maybe, but like they have the ability. Like, so say right now you had the ability and you're a scientist to go back to when dinosaurs are around, and actually you have the technology to where you can go grab a dinosaur.
But dinosaurs are a completely different species.
I get that, but just say, okay, the people that were around back then.
Okay.
You can go back during that time because you have the technology without any risk, really, and do your scientific studies.
Obviously,
on the actual people.
Have not seen Endgame, and that's how Captain America dies. Oh shit! Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it though, that's on you.
It's been like almost a year now.
Yeah, we've seen it together.
It's on Netflix, so it should be out.
We watched it together.
Yeah.
So you just
and
said yeah, you said I haven't seen it, and we went to the theater together.
I mean, I've only seen it like 20
times,
man.
Actually, it's funny on that subject. We were all supposed to go see it together for the first time, and we get to the movies, and he was like, "Oh, I already watched it." Or you came and watched it, man. It's so good. I'm like, you fucking asshole. We were supposed to see it together for the first time, dude.
And then maybe like 2 hours later, I saw it again.
Oh, fuck, man. That's fun stuff. Anyways, so yes, imagine like, okay, you're a scientist who's studying like the makeup of a human and where we come from. But instead of actually trying to guess, you can go back, grab that person, and actually study the actual body and the actual makeup of the individual.
Yeah.
That's my idea, and that's why I think they come back and they abduct us and they do these little experiments and shit on us.
I personally believe half this shit's fucking fake.
I think that a lot of the
abduction stories are hella fake because it's fucking publicity. You just want to be in the newspaper.
One of these stories I'll talk about is one of the guys comes out and says, no, it was all for the money.
The one I'm going
off. Both of the cases I found, the individuals got rich off of it.
One of mine, something happened to one of them, but yeah, mine kind of disproves itself as well. Like I totally want to fucking. I believe there's alien abductions.
Yeah. No, I believe.
I want to be.
I believe there is, but I don't believe they're all real. I guess some people just do it for the money or the fame. I guess.
I believe one happened, right? And then it's like everyone's like, "Oh, that fucking happened to me." I got this little fucking metal stick went in my asshole too. It did.
Yeah.
I don't fucking.
I think that's why it's so varied too. I feel like if it was real, they would all be extremely similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Half of them are like different colored ships and shit, and like different sizes and stuff. And it's like you would think if we're coming, like if it's us from the future, right? Yeah. And we're coming back, we'd be in the same fucking ship.
Yeah, that's one thing that bothers me too. But then again, like even nowadays, we don't only have one kind of plane.
No, but for traveling, think about it. Look at all the fucking traveling planes. They're pretty much just, if they're not the same exact ones, they're bigger or smaller.
I think that it's
in
funny,
the same exact shape, though.
It's funny that so many people just assume it's a flying saucer, like a circular ship.
Yeah.
But I think it's more real to say that it's the Tic Tacs that are real.
Like the little spherical ships?
Yeah, like the fucking the Twinkie shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those ones to me seem more real than a circular one.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't fucking know. How could I? Yeah. So who really knows? But to me, those are the ones that I would put more credit into.
Yeah.
Like you said too, though, I also believe that like they would be more similar. Like I think when you get a case where one person lives over here and one person lives in a different continent, maybe they don't even speak the same language, but they have the same exact like situation happen to them.
That's more reasonable,
right? That makes more sense and way more believable.
Honestly, and I believe more stuff happened a long time ago. Like I would say, like late 1800s, early 1900s. I would believe a lot more because there was the technology to talk to you from a different country or continent, even was not capable. You can send a letter.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, also like maybe they just these aliens, or if it like in my opinion, us from the future, we just have what we need already, and we just come we come a lot more rarely. Like maybe they be like. They want to see why this disease is affecting them now in the future or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so they come back and be like, oh, can we find something that is actually related?
The coronavirus came back in the future.
Right? So that's what I believe. But
yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, do you want to get into yours first and then get into mine?
Let me say real quick. There's this hypnotherapist named Lori McDonald.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because we're talking about alien abductions. Her specialty is like hypnotizing you and making you recall alien incidents.
Well, mine was my hypnotologist for my story is Simon.
So, isn't that weird though? You actually have a career in making people remember.
Well, I think it's more for other, a traumatic event, right? Because sometimes you just want to block that out. You want to get rid of something that happened to you that's bad.
Oh, for sure, I could see that. But this lady in particular,
yeah, she
specializes in aliens.
Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know. I honestly didn't do a lot of research into my hypnotherapist, but he did.
It's just weird because there's a video. You know what's funny? If you go on YouTube and look her up, you can find her. She did an episode in Vice.
Okay.
And it's not even really that good, to be 100% honest, but it's worth a watch, I guess, if you're interested in this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. She starts by hypnotizing, and I'm doing quotation marks around that. This old guy, and he remembers this incident where I guess from a young child he was visited by aliens throughout his whole entire life, and now he's an old man and he's got microchips in his head and all this other shit, and he described one of the aliens as like some beautiful woman, and saying they took his DNA and they took his skin and they took his sperm and shit like that.
I've actually heard a lot of stories like that.
I have too, and that's what makes me believe it.
And been like they're super beautiful and they look just like us.
In my opinion,
that's believable.
That puts a little credit to what I believe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because like the ancient astronauts, where they move to like Mars or something like that, and they just come back every once in a while to see us.
Exactly. And you told me that you believe the galaxy is so big that that's not possible, right?
Well, no, I believe we can go live on Mars and shit. No, I'm talking about I don't think
you don't think it's possible that we are aliens and that no other species exists.
No, I believe that there are other species.
But you don't believe that they could all have originated from us?
I mean, not us in particular.
I think evolution
not
over time.
We probably came from someone, but not us.
Okay, because we evolved from almost nothing. So imagine like if we keep evolving, we're eventually going to get to the point.
Have you ever seen Prometheus?
No.
Okay, so in the very opening scene of Prometheus, it's not a spoiler, it's literally the opening scene. The engineers, the Prometheus, they're called engineers, right? They come to our Earth before anything, right? Mm-hmm. And they came and he fucking sacrificed himself and he planted life. I believe shit like that. See, there's an engineer.
Now, I believe that we will evolve to the point, like I told you earlier this week at work, I think that we will evolve past the point of what we can even comprehend right now. So we want to be able to comprehend where we will end up, this species will end up. Mm-hmm. And that's why I believe that.
But I don't believe we created all life in the entire fucking galaxy. No, it's not. It's not possible.
I believe that every humanoid out in the galaxies we think of as aliens is us, because we eventually get to the point where we evolve so much we can live anywhere we want. We have the technology to do anything we want.
No, do you understand how far away like the Prometheus or what's it called Andromeda galaxy is?
Yeah, but we'll come up with the technology to do that kind of stuff.
Sure, but I don't believe every single humanoid.
It's not possible.
Yeah, but you can't say not every single humanoid creature in the world or galaxy is.
No. I'm not saying there's not other possibilities. That's just what I'm starting to believe. And
yeah, you can believe
the more I look into things, I think that's more and more possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, my thoughts. You want to get into yours first?
Well, you got two, so you do one, I'll do one, then you do one.
Okay, I guess. Okay. So, the first one I looked up is the Allagash abduction.
Okay.
And it happened in Allagash, Maine in 1976. It says August 20th.
Okay.
4 guys.
Mine happened September 20th.
Really?
Not the same year, though. Just saying.
The 20th. Is common theme. Okay, so the 4 guys, they were brothers, Jim and Jack Weiner, and then their friends Charles Fultz and Charles Rack.
Okay.
They were all on a 2-week camping trip, and in the beginning of their camping trip, they were out in the woods, and they started seeing some odd-looking lights and shit like that. Well, I think it was a few days in, they went on a nighttime fishing trip in a canoe.
Okay.
So they're out in the middle of a lake, and then they see these lights, and they get all scared and shit, so they're trying to row back into the land before fucking something happens. And then the next thing they know, they wake up, and they're, like, coming to on land.
Okay.
So they believe that that's when they were abducted.
Okay.
Yeah. A little weird.
So there was a time difference, and they were somewhere that they weren't?
Correct. That's exactly what it was. So they were in the canoe, right?
Then that's one common occurrence I do see in all the alien abduction stories I looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
Is there is a missing time, and you're not where you started.
There's always missing time for sure, and you're not where you started normally.
Yeah.
But in this in particular case, I guess the 4 guys, they went and told a park ranger.
Okay.
And then the park ranger dismissed it, saying there was a big opening event of some sort. And this is in 1976.
Yeah.
And they had the spotlights and shit and all that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they saw, supposedly. These guys didn't believe that, but they didn't really think much of it.
No, of course
not.
I
guess when they went home after their little vacation 2-week camping trip,
mm-hmm.
They ended up telling people, but nobody really believed them.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
You're now the town nut.
It eventually kind of just passed over, and they forgot
mm-hmm.
about it. Well, about 10 to 12 years later, Jim and Jack, the brothers,
yeah,
they started having dreams. Well, one of the brothers was having dreams, and he called his brother to talk to him about the dreams, and it was like vivid dreams of what had happened that day.
Okay.
So I guess they were just starting to get memories back and shit. Well, the brothers that called started getting the same exact story from his brother. So they had the same story, and they were saying the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, holy shit. So they decided to call their friends and see if they remember anything. And I guess they didn't really remember anything, but they went and got hypnotized. And these memories started flooding back, and they didn't talk to each other about the incident at all, so they can get their story straight, supposedly.
Yeah.
So they went to this hypnotist and separately, not together.
Of course.
And they all had extremely similar stories.
Okay.
Extremely similar.
Yeah.
And so that kind of puts a little bit of credit to it as well, just the fact that they went unless they had got together beforehand and be like, hey, this is what we're going to say.
On the camping trip, let's make a fucking hoax.
Right. And then so they remember the similar events, and then shortly after these hypnotizing sessions,
yeah,
they took a polygraph. All 4 of them passed.
Polygraph, for you guys don't know, is a lie detector.
Correct. So all 4 of them passed.
Yeah,
they passed, saying that yes, these events actually happened. I don't trust polygraphs at all.
No, because a sociopath can get away with anything.
Because you believe it's true.
Yeah.
So if you believe it's true, and in your mind you're like, oh no, this is fucking true.
Like if I killed someone, and in my head, I didn't kill him, and I tell myself that every fucking second I'm alive.
Yeah, or if you just are delusional in your head and you believe you didn't kill him, it's not your brain's not going to tick to make you fail that.
No, you'll tell the honest truth.
Because in your head you believe you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Or if you say you did not kill somebody, and in your mind you're like, fuck, I remember being there and I remember killing that person.
And you're fucked.
You're fucked. You're going to fail because you're going to come off in your mind as you thinking you did it. So I just don't trust polygraphs.
I'm pretty sure a lot of lawyers actually don't allow.
They're not admissible in court, right?
Yeah, you can't use it.
So
it just shows that, hey, look, he failed a polygraph test,
right? And
I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't fucking prove that or not, but I'm pretty sure I've seen shit like that.
All 4 guys passing it kind of makes sense because not all 4 of them can be fucking crazy, though, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
unless as much as a band of fucking psychopaths,
right? And that's true too. But I just don't believe all 4 of them pass it if it's a lie, if it's made up.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
And it's 12 years later, so
they took this test 12 years later.
Yeah, this is 12 years later.
That totally can happen.
That's true too.
That totally. 12 years of saying, hey.
The hypnotizing session is also like, okay, so you're doing this 12 years later, and you're all recounting the same exact shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm pretty sure I can have a dream if I want to have a dream, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how this shit works, so I
don't either. But
I can't just prove it myself. But a lot of times I don't. But so far, the story you're telling actually goes along with what I'm saying, what my story.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you a lot of the stories are similar.
Yeah.
Like these guys, there's some of their stories are like, one of them woke up and they were all on a bench together naked.
Okay.
And they were in like the doctor's office type place. And then one of them recalls seeing like them taking like skin and semen and all this other shit off of the other individuals. And they all recall seeing something similar to that.
Yeah.
So it is a little... weird. I mean, like I said, you could definitely plan that out before you go into the hypnotist and be like, yes. Because first of all, I don't believe hypnotism is real at all.
No. I can't. No. Never mind. I want to tell the story. Keep going.
Yeah. But anyways, okay, so there's not much more left. In 2016, Charles Rack, which was not one of the brothers, it's one of the friends, came out and said it was all made up for fame and money.
The friend did?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he said they did see some crazy fucking lights out there, but they were not abducted. And that's in 2016 from 1976. I won't do the math, but I believe it's like 40 years later.
40 years, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 40 years later, the guy comes out and he's like, fuck, that should never happen, man. We were trying to get rich.
Yeah, see?
Now that could go 2 ways though. He could be telling the truth now. Or he could be like being forced into saying, hey, you go fucking tell people this shit wasn't real.
Yeah, I mean, that also is true. I could see either one of those, actually.
So, like, yeah, it could be like, I don't know, the government, maybe the aliens revisited. Huh?
Why would the aliens say, why the fuck you tell them? Why?
Well, the aliens can come back and be like, people are starting to believe you 40 years later. So you need to go tell everybody it's a lie.
I don't see the aliens telling them no. I
could
definitely see the
government.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So that's an kind of weird thing too that he came out and said that 40 years later.
Yeah.
I mean, after they got all their fame and shit. So.
I mean, Nate, that's actually pretty cool though.
It's not a bad story. So what are your thoughts on that one? Do you think it's real, fake, what?
Well, the fact that he came out and said it's fake, I kind of can concur with him being fake.
But they all 4 passed polygraphs. He didn't take a polygraph when he said it was fake.
12 years later, if he took the polygraph a day later, I would believe it more.
Okay.
But 12 years late, 12 years of letting thoughts brew in your head,
yeah,
you will believe it.
He should have in 2016 took a polygraph saying that it was fake.
Why? He'd have believed it was fake. Fucking 40 years of saying, after, 12 years later, so 28 years of saying, never mind, it's fucking real.
Oh, yeah. But still, at the same time, it's like you took a polygraph already and passed it saying that it was real.
Yeah.
And now you're going to come out and say it's fake and not do anything to substantiate that.
Like, guys, fucking money, dude.
I mean, it is what it is. When I heard that, the only thing that popped in my mind was a cover up. Okay, now you guys.
But yeah, look, I can see, like I said, I can see
the story's starting to gain some steam. We need you to put an end to this shit.
I can see both sides of the story. I can see it being covered up by the government, and I can also see him like, nah, seriously, guys, I just have this fucking guilt in me that I lied to you guys for the last 40 years.
Yeah, it both could be true, and I can't really tell you which one, but in my eyes, I like this story only because I just want to believe in aliens so bad.
Yeah, I mean,
and there are things like you pass a polygraph, like, and you.
But like you just said, you don't believe polygraphs.
I don't.
You're contradicting yourself right now.
What I'm trying to do is make myself believe. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. Like I said, I believe there's aliens. I believe aliens have come here, but I don't believe half these people when they say they got abducted.
That's true. I mean, yeah, that's true. Just because I want to believe in aliens doesn't mean this has to be true.
Yeah.
But it's also like if they didn't discuss the situation before the hypnotism, then it also makes me believe a little more. There's so many ifs.
Yeah.
All right. So, the Charles Rack guy said it didn't happen, but all three other guys said, yes, we stand by what we said. Nothing has changed. And at this point, they don't have anything to like gain off of it, right? Because 40 years later,
the reputation, they could be fucking...
Yeah, but they're going to die soon, dude.
How old were they when they got abducted?
I don't remember seeing that, honestly. I'd imagine they were at least in their 20s or 30s.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, so sorry, we went away for a second.
We couldn't
you guys can't tell, but we went away for a second trying to search the age. We can't find it, but they're definitely old.
Yeah, they're definitely older than I would say like 60, 70.
Somewhere in that age frame, yeah. But yeah, I feel like they don't have much to gain. Be like, no, we were telling the truth. Like that's a fact. I mean, I feel like they're not gonna make much more money, if any more money than they already have off of this.
Coming out and expose, like, I was lying. You're gonna be in the news more, and then maybe he'll write another book or some bullshit.
That's true too. Why I lied.
Yeah, why we did this? Some bullshit.
Yeah. So there's actually more to gain from the opposite of that, from saying that it was a lie.
Because now you already made all the money. You can't make any more. I guess you can. You can go to like UFO or Alien Con and shit like that.
Oh, that's one thing. I think that they do actually do that. They go to Alien Cons and shit.
And do you know how much they charge people to sign a fucking signature about shit? I guarantee it's like $50 a signature.
That's crazy.
I guarantee you. But
by the way, we eventually want to go to that, right?
Yeah, of course. But if you come out and say why I lied, now you have a whole nother book. Now you're making profit off that again.
Right.
You're gonna be hated in the UFO community for lying, but
who gives a shit at that point?
If you're just in it for the fucking money, who gives a fuck? You don't care who fucking likes you.
Exactly. Who gives a shit at that point?
All right, you got anything else?
Not on that one. I think that's about it. I mean, this is actually like, if you guys want to look more into this, there's several podcasts. You can go on several podcasts. You can go on YouTube. There's plenty of stories. They go a little more in depth, but we're trying to cover multiple abductions on this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of like how the cryptids we do. We'll have cryptid number one. This will be UFO abduction number one.
Right. And
what's the podcast that you like that had this?
Oh, dude, I just found this one actually last night when I was trying to do some research for it. It's what is it called? Paranormal Punchers.
Okay.
It was fairly good. I haven't listened to any of their other episodes. I don't know if any of the other stuff's good, but
the episode
that one for the Allagash abduction was good.
Cool. Yeah.
So
check that out. To them.
Yeah, check that out if you guys want to look into this a little more.
Heck yeah. Well, this is my first time taking notes since
it's been a while.
At least Lamb. I come in here unprepared.
You know what I found though? Sorry. You know what I found about in taking notes? It's actually because I have some notes here too, not as many as you do, but I have some notes here, and I found that it's kind of pointless.
It is kind of pointless because
you can just screenshot where you're getting your information from, and it's all normally just right there. Like,
yeah.
So you're just wasting your time kind of writing it down.
I mean, because I wrote down a lot of shit. Luckily, I wrote, like, when we take notes, like, I don't write out like a fucking script, right? I just write bulletin points for like the first one, September 19th. I know what I'm going to say about September 19th. Next one's coming home. I know what I'm going to say about coming home. So I have a little tiny bulletin points.
Yeah.
But this one's called the Hill Abduction or the Zeta Reticuli Incident.
No, I have not heard about this one.
I think the first time I heard about this was on ATT, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
But this one, actually pretty much almost exactly the same as your story.
It's a lot of similarities. That to me actually puts a little more into it. Like the more similar stories, like if they didn't know each other and all
this
that
one
kind of
happened
stuff.
in 1961.
Oh wow.
So
a little bit before mine.
Yeah, but we'll get to what I think at the end.
Sounds good.
My final note.
Sounds good. I keep moving, so my mic is off a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I put my mesh cover on today, so hopefully I can stop with my noises.
Yeah, it's starting to get hot here in Sacramento, so.
Dude, it's so fucking.
I move around a lot when I get hot.
I got my pool cleaned.
Nice.
I've been swimming in it. All right.
There he goes again, messing up the audio.
God damn it. All right, so the Hill abduction happened September 19th to September 20th of 1961. It happened to Barney and Betty Hill. And
why does that sound so familiar? Barney and Betty were the Flintstones.
Were they?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
This has nothing. It does have something to do with it. That's why I'm gonna bring it up. Barney was black and Betty was white. So at the time when they were married, it was pretty uncommon for.
Oh yeah, back then.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
for sure. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because it kind of coincides with the story a little bit.
Okay. Has some kind of relevance to it, right?
In my opinion, it does. So at the time when they got married, it was like 1950, in the 50s, right? And it was not common.
Yeah, I would say
for
that's
interracial couples.
Probably pretty rare back then.
Yeah, it was really rare, and it was not what's it called? Not favored. Not many people liked it.
It was frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that time we still had fucking segregated districts, right? You can't, you can't drink out of the white faucet, you can't drink out of the black faucet, right? And so that was still this time zone. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because for future content.
I'm putting you guys in the time and space so you guys can understand.
All right, so September 19th, around 10:30 p.m., they were coming home from vacation from Niagara Falls. They were driving south past fucking Lancaster, New Hampshire. As they were driving, they saw a bright light in the sky going past the moon towards Jupiter. Quoted.
How did they know that?
Hey,
that's a little odd.
That's what she said, going towards Jupiter. So me being me, I was like, how the fuck are you going to know there's Jupiter in the sky? So I went to The Heavens for 1961, a summary by C.H. Clemming Show. It was where you can see all of our planets in our solar system in the sky at what time. And at that time, Jupiter was visible in the sky.
Do you think it, like, and this is just off the top of my head, do you think it has something to do with the pollution back then as compared to now?
I mean, when our planets are in the sky, they are one of the brightest stars. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But
the
fact that you know while driving, hey, that's Jupiter. Why is there a fucking... She thought it was a falling star, right? She said a falling star, but it was going up towards Jupiter.
That's weird. Falls towards upward sky. What the hell? That's weird, though. But that is something to think about, because back then it was probably less polluted, right?
Oh, 100% was less polluted, yeah.
So maybe it was...
Especially in the area
things were even more visible.
Yeah, they were in the mountains, too, so...
Nice and clean.
Nice and clean. But I thought it was actually... That part of the story does match, right? Jupiter was in the sky. It's actually at one of the most visible points in the sky, too.
Nice.
Yeah, so a little astro
Mesopotamian. What? Nobody knows what that means.
Astrology. That's what I was trying to say.
There you go.
Astrology.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. But she thought it was falling a star, but it was going upwards, like I said. She continued to tell Barney to stop, so they pulled over to a little rest area on the side of the road. And as they're at the rest area, they somehow had binoculars. I guess they were at Niagara Falls. They did have binoculars.
Yeah, if they're visiting a place like that, they probably have that shit.
So they pull out the binoculars and they look at the moon and saw flashing, odd-shaped craft. Shit like that, right?
Now here's something.
But multiple colors, not just a single flash.
What did we have back in 1950 as far as like
a lot of experimental shit.
Yeah.
Well, this was 61, so we had a lot of experimental shit.
Because I'd imagine we're just getting into...
Roswell happened. All the shit already happened.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is I imagine we're just getting into, like, the good shit, like, as far as, like, technology-wise. We're not, like... We're just barely scratching the surface at this point.
We're in the Korean War. No, we just got out of the Korean War. We're almost going to Vietnam, I'm pretty sure. We probably have some good technology that we're hiding from everyone, but...
Was this hovering?
Yeah, it will hover eventually, but at this point, it's erratically going through the sky. But in this area, and this like little part of town, I don't think there would be any military testing. This is my personal opinion, because why would you test an aircraft or fly an aircraft through woods? You want it into an area where if you crash it, you can find it, not into the middle of the woods.
Testing, yeah, but maybe also you want to test it where you think people are not really going to see it.
I mean, I guess Vietnam was about to happen, right?
So that's the only thing I think of, is if the reason why you were doing it is so you can test it around where you would think people were not going to be as much.
Could be a helicopter.
Yeah, could have been a helicopter, to be honest with you, with some crazy lights on it.
Yeah.
I think you would have heard that, though.
Yeah, they said they didn't hear anything like that. Betty thought it was a flying saucer. The only reason why she thought it was a flying saucer was because her sister saw a flying saucer going past the moon earlier that week.
She felt left out.
Yeah. So
that's what it's got to be.
apparently it runs in the family to see flying saucers. They started. They said, "All right, let's get back to the cars." It's nothing because Barney thought it was a commercial flight going to Vermont.
What the fuck?
They just know
I
their
thought
direction.
it was going to Jupiter.
No, that's what Betty thought. Betty saw it go towards Jupiter, right?
Look,
but Barney,
I'm gonna trust the direction of the guy over the woman.
That's pretty. It's pretty bad.
Well, the woman said it was going to Jupiter, and that's the only thing I meant by that. Is
and Barney said it was a fucking commercial flight heading towards. How? Seriously, I mean, granted, I can tell directions. It's pretty easy to tell what direction I'm facing, but you just know what city it's going towards, and you're in the middle of the woods, right? It's headed southbound towards Vermont.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I mean, you think about it like, okay, if we see something over our heads right now and it's going in a direction, we're going to know which way it's going.
Yeah, only because we're so familiar with Sacramento, I know what direction I'm looking at.
Well, maybe they were familiar with the area.
They were on
maybe
vacation.
it was heading in the same direction they were going.
That's true. They were going southbound.
So I mean, that's not too hard to believe.
Yeah.
I mean, the woman saying it's going to Jupiter is a little more hard to swallow, but
no, I just thought it was fucking hilarious that both of them knew what direction. It's going to Vermont and the other one's going to Jupiter.
You know what's funny? Back then, though, think about it. Okay, they had to be a lot more in touch with direction. They probably had maps.
Yeah.
And so they were actually probably studying the map, looking at the map. This is this, this is this, this, and this. If they didn't have a GPS to plug in and be like, oh, let me forget about everything else. This GPS will take me. I don't have to learn anything at all.
Yeah.
Count on technology and shit. But back then, they actually had to study the maps and all that crap.
Oh, for sure. Now, the funny thing is, right after he said that, they got back in the car and they started driving away. And he goes, I immediately regretted that decision. Because he didn't believe it was a commercial flight anymore. He actually believed it was a flying saucer, like his wife said.
You know what? To me, I feel like if you're seeing this thing and you can like identify it, then how do you not know right away what it is? I feel like
it was pretty high up. It was still they were looking at through the binoculars.
Okay,
and it was still by the moon area. They were still high up in there.
I still feel like if you got binoculars, you should be able to tell if it's a plane right away.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I gotta try that. I gotta get some good binoculars, go and find a plane and fucking look at it, I guess.
Yeah. So they got back in the car and they started driving. UFO was flying over them for a few seconds, and then it flew over a restaurant and a signal tower. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. And at that point, it started erratically going through the sky to
like making odd movements and shit.
Yeah, it was like pinging throughout the fucking sky, right?
Oh yeah, see, that's not a plane no more, buddy.
No, at this point they both agreed it was not a plane.
Okay.
Now, 1 mile south of the Indian Head, I'm guessing it's a trail or something, and
sounds about right.
They said the craft rapidly descended. It rapidly descended towards their location.
So they're coming for him.
Yeah. Now, at this time, it is hovering about 80 to 100 feet. So it was hovering. And 80 to 100 feet is either 24 to 30 meters. Just so reference.
So this technically still could be a helicopter?
Could be, yes.
Technically.
But the fact that it was fucking erratically going through the sky.
Yeah, but maybe they seen erratic, or they described it as erratic, and it was just a helicopter going place to place.
It's true, yeah. As this fucking craft was hovering, right? It was covering their entire field of view. They couldn't see anything. That's how big
it was big enough to where they couldn't see anything outside of the ship, if you will.
Yep. Now, I'm saying this because it was told Barney left the vehicle with his pistol and his binoculars.
Oh, he was going to shoot the spaceship down with a pistol.
So then he used his binoculars and he looked inside the craft and he saw 8 to 11 humanoid figures. Yeah. Wearing black glossy suits.
Wait, how did he look inside the craft?
With his binoculars.
So it was a see-through craft.
It had a fucking...
Jesus.
Had a window in it.
Jesus.
And he said they were looking at him, and then majority of them, besides one, all left to go to a panel where they pressed some buttons.
That's some pretty good binoculars right there, man.
And then that one that stayed started communicating with him, telling him they're going to wrong quote. Stay where you are and keep looking. We're coming to get you.
Telepathically, I'm assuming.
Telepathically.
Oh.
Barney then ran to his car, hysterically, saying, they're coming to get us.
Hurry up. Get in the car, Betty. Betty, get in the fucking car. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. They started to drive. God damn it. And as they were driving, Betty decided to roll down her window. And as she rolled down her window, all they heard was beep, 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 boop, 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 beep, beep, boop, boop, boop.
That's what it said?
That's what they quoted, yeah. They just had a whole bunch of beeps and bops, so I put... They started feeling tingly, and they felt unconscious but conscious. And they heard another set of beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop.
Beep, beep, bop, boop, beep, beep,
And they woke up fully conscious 35 miles away, or 56 kilometers, and southbound. So they were driving the still same direction and everything like that.
At least they didn't take them off course.
Right?
They did them a fucking solid.
Yeah. And once they got home by dawn, right?
So they woke up in their car that far away?
Still driving. Southbound.
You know what's weird?
No, actually, sorry, I lied. They were at a roadblock southbound, so they were still on the same course, but they're at a block.
Mm. But you know what's funny? Sometimes I'll be driving and I just know the area so well that I just keep driving on it, and the next thing I know, I'm
at my spot
10 miles ahead or whatever.
Yeah, I'll fucking blank myself while I'm driving.
Yeah, you don't even realize it's like you just do it subconsciously, like, oh, driving the roads. Hopefully, I don't run no red lights and kill people.
Yeah, pretty much. So once they got home, some weird shit started happening. They didn't want to, for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Fuck. I lost my. What was I saying?
Jesus.
Once they got home, they wouldn't want to like put their luggage where they would normally put their luggage. Like, I want to put my luggage in the back of the house. And they started doing weird things, just like weird, stupid shit. One of the weird things though was there were circles on the hood of the trunk of the car. They're 59 Chevy.
Like suction cups?
No, like just oddly circular things.
Like the whole thing got picked up, is what?
I guess.
That's weird.
But the weird thing about that is, if they brought a magnet towards that circle, it started spinning erratically. Or not a magnet, sorry, a compass.
So that is when they got home and started doing this?
Yeah.
So there's still some kind of electricity in the air or some shit?
Or it's magnetized for more on that circle. Remember, there's a few of these circles on their trunk.
Okay.
Another thing is their watches stopped working. That's a very common occurrence in UFO abductions.
Is it? That's a little weird. I mean, I'd imagine that they didn't have electronic watches back then. So
yeah, it's a fucking winding one.
Why would it stop working then?
I don't know, but I've read a few of them that have had that happen before.
That's weird. I guess the battery may be drained.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the only thing I think of, because it's not electronic other than that.
The next thing was they went to the NICAP.
Which stands for?
It stands for the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomenon. So September 21st, Betty telephoned Pease, I'm pretty sure it's Pease Air Force Base, to report their UFO encounter. Now, this Air Force Base was where they, I guess it wasn't, but they reported, God damn it, I'm just all over the fucking place, man. After they reported it, they sent it to Project Blue Book. The people who are working on Project Blue Book.
So they took it seriously.
Yeah, they took it serious. Now, within days, she started having like these weird dreams, right?
You know, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you only because I'm trying to get answers here.
Yeah, no, I'm all over the place on this one, man. Sorry.
So if they took it seriously, that's got to mean it was something.
It could be, yeah.
Well, if they went and reported it to the base and they were like, oh, well, fuck, let's take this seriously. Maybe they had some action.
This is where Project Blue Book was going serious.
But maybe they had some like action that night that it's being reported, and they're like, well,
Project Blue Book had like thousands of UFO cases.
No, what I'm saying. Oh, you're saying that Project Blue Book took everything seriously.
Yeah, they really did search everything, every incident that came across their desk.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it was nothing.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll get into that in a few seconds. But she started having these vivid dreams, right? And I want to say a few years later, they went to go see a hypnotist, right? His name's Simon. I didn't really get into this part. I only read his summary. He said, after my conclusion is Betty was convinced Barney of her fucking dreams. Her dreams are real because he had nothing. He never had seen any of these things from the hypnotist. Nothing ever came up. It was just her dreams. Everything that happened was in her dreams and relayed to him, pretty much.
So he's saying it's not real.
Yeah.
He's saying that she had dreams, told her husband, and then they believed it.
Yeah, that's why I was saying maybe they manipulated him. Because remember, at the time, this is not supposed to happen. Their marriage, right? It was very frowned upon.
Yeah.
So maybe they fucking brainwashed him. Because the weird thing is, he died in 1969 at 48 years old, and she lived until 2004.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And she was born 1919. He was born 1922.
Damn.
So he died at 46, I believe. Yeah, 46 years old.
She lived to be like 80 something.
Yeah. Which is weird. I mean, that actually kind of puts more theory into that maybe they were actually abducted and the hypnotist was just full of shit because he died at fucking pretty young.
So you think the race had something to do with him saying this is not real or not? Hey, you can't believe the black guy?
I want to say maybe, yeah, they probably didn't want to believe his story, his side of the story.
Just because of his
race.
color, yeah.
But they believed her.
That makes sense because maybe he's telling them, oh, no, this isn't happening, but they're not going to believe him over a white woman, right? During these times.
Yeah.
I know this is kind of sensitive to talk about, but...
No, that's why I brought it up in the beginning, was because I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense for those times, for sure.
They didn't want to believe someone who wasn't white about a subject so touchy.
That definitely makes sense to me, man.
Yeah. But I mean, that's pretty much the conclusion. I know that story was all over the place, at least the end was. That's pretty much it.
That's crazy. Very similar stories, dude.
Very similar.
We were going to do a third one, but I don't think we got the time for that, right?
No, we're pretty much at an hour right now.
So yeah, we'll do these two, and then we'll touch on these other ones that we have.
We'll do some more.
Probably season 2.
Yeah, season 2. We'll do some.
But yeah, man, two similar stories though. Like
they all had vivid dreams afterwards.
Yep, and then the hypnotist thing is
they saw the lights.
You know, it's fun. Around the same times. Because yours was in what, 60 something?
61.
Mine was in 76. And just so everyone knows, my third case was Travis Walton in 1975.
Okay.
So it's all around the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are pretty similar stories. So
pretty similar, yeah.
That's what we were talking about in the beginning too. Stories that are similar that had nothing to do with each other kind of makes me believe it a little more.
At the same time, this one happened 61, right? Yours happened 15 years later. Very similar story, right?
Yeah.
They could have said, hey, remember that story that happened this time?
But what? I don't know. When it's an older story like this, I always don't trust that the news got all around the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I want to say...
or even all around the country, I should say.
I couldn't find it, but the reason why they call this a Zeta Reticuli incident, right? Because I'm pretty sure she mentioned something about the Zeta Reticuli system. And they actually found that they have a system called the Zeta Reticuli system where they believe the aliens come from, right? And that kind of put some little oof to her fucking...
So that made it more believable.
Yeah. It was because they mentioned that system, that star system.
Huh, that's a little weird.
Yeah. You got anything else?
I don't have anything else on the abductions, my man. Nothing else on that.
Want me to get to my brain fuck?
Sure, let's do it, man.
All right, do you remember what it was?
Look, I'm going to guess, but you can't make fun of me when I'm wrong, okay?
No, I can't do that. And honestly, I'm pretty sure anyone who would try to guess this has got it wrong. So I'm going to say it one more time. What word begins and ends with an E, but only has one letter?
I would say I.
An envelope.
What?
An envelope. It only carries one letter.
That's funny, dude.
And ends.
It's a good one.
Starts with E.
Yeah, I feel super stupid. So thank you for that.
I don't think anyone would have got that one. I definitely would have got it.
Hey, messages. Let us know if you actually had that.
Yeah. You got anything else, bud?
Nothing else, man. Sorry, my guys, for my voice today. I don't know if it sounded different, but
no, bro.
This fucking feeling's kind of scratchy today, so yeah. I feel like I was all over the place. But yeah, no, I got nothing else on the subject. Hopefully, you guys liked it.
We only have 2 more episodes of the season.
2 more episodes for the season, guys. 2
more, and then we're gonna take.
We already know what they are.
Yeah, should we just? It's fucking
Winchester Mansion.
And Winchester Mansion and Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper, yeah. That one will be fucking crazy to do the research on. Because the people do fucking hundreds of podcasts on that. Like, literally hundreds of episodes.
I found a single podcast that has over, like, 75 episodes.
That's crazy. So, to try and condense that into one.
There is a job as like the Jack the Ripper finder, pretty much.
That's insane, dude.
Like their whole fucking premise of their job is to find out who were the killer.
That's crazy, dude. Are we gonna have Wayne on one of those episodes?
I think we're gonna put him on for Jack the Ripper.
Oh, cool. Yeah, but the Winchester one, honestly, I want to watch a movie before we come on and do it because I actually seen the preview and it actually looks really good.
But it's a movie.
It doesn't matter, dude. If
it was a documentary, I'd watch it.
Okay, so I did watch a documentary on it, and they actually say that a lot of that was filmed in the house, and a lot of what you see in the movie was based on real events.
You watched the documentary of the movie?
No, a documentary of the house.
How long ago?
Last night.
No, I'm not talking about when you watched it. How long ago was that documentary? Because the movie came out in 2016.
Filmed? It was filmed after the movie came out.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Well, they say a lot of that stuff is based on all that stuff in the movie. First of all, some of it was filmed in the house. They filmed for 3 days in the house. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of it was based on true events that happened. But I don't want to get too much into that because we got to do a whole episode on it.
I was about to say, I've been doing some research into it, and I can't find anything good about it.
It's actually really interesting. You got to do more research, man.
Well, from Sarah herself.
Stop talking about it. we got to do a whole episode on this. And if you're saying you can't find much on it, we're going to ruin it.
Fuck it.
But yeah,
you guys have to find out.
Tune in next week for Winchester. But yeah, we're going to end the season with Jack the Ripper, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. We'll probably, I don't know, there's a chance we could do multiple episodes on Jack the Ripper, right?
Potentially, yeah. We can probably come back to it every so often.
I think that we will do that in the future seasons. Come back to season 1 episodes and kind of retouch on it.
I really want to get back to pyramids.
We definitely got to do it because that was our first episode. Second episode. So we definitely got to retouch on that one, dude, because there's so much that goes into that. Also, if you want to let them know that we are going to be talking about pyramids again soon, right?
We are.
With?
I don't fucking know.
We're going on a show soon, guys.
We're going on Jay's thing.
Yeah, Jay has a show with Brandon.
Yeah.
And they invited us on that show, so we're going to
Scream Paranormal. We'll be on it, I think pretty much the week of this recording. This will be released.
Really? So either way,
maybe the day after
guys.
Or something like that.
Yeah, check that out. Check us out. We'll be on there.
Yeah.
Talking about pyramids.
Yeah.
Talking about, what else did he say?
He wants to talk about the Noah Ark.
I don't believe in that stuff, though. I don't believe Noah's Ark was an alien ship, but...
Yeah. That's what he wants. He believes Noah's Ark was an alien spaceship.
Man, I don't believe in that one at all, but it'll be fun to talk about pyramids again.
Yeah.
But we will eventually do another episode on that, revisiting it, I think.
Yeah. And we actually, surprisingly, we already got majority of our fucking second season already planned out.
We got at least half of it for sure.
Yeah, we definitely have the first 10 episodes. I wouldn't say the first 10 in order, but we have at least 10 episodes so far.
And also...
And 5 big ones.
You guys eventually, maybe not season 2, but we want to do some live shows.
We're planning on start of season 3, we're going to do some live shows.
Maybe even the end of season 2, huh?
Potentially.
Because you think about the end of season 2 will be for 6 months-ish.
The end of season 2 will be in December.
So we got some time. We'll see, I guess. We'll see how the season 2 goes.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm looking forward to the live shows, too. I think that'll be really fun.
We're already getting the studio all set up for that shit. We're getting all the equipment we need. We're not going to just be using a fucking laptop or a cell phone. We're actually going to have a real live stream setup going on in here.
Yeah, should be pretty fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
So, anything else, man?
No, follow us on social media.
Yeah.
And
hey, really, check us out on Instagram. Send us your stories at bizarreinvestigations@gmail.com, man. We got one today. Thank you, Caroline, again.
Yeah, thank you, Caroline.
Please send us your stories. We love that. I'd much rather read your guys' stories than try to find one online.
Yeah, because half the time the ones you find are shit.
That's true. It's true. So and plus, you guys
today we gotta laugh because her fucking mom just fuck you, dude.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, you guys want people to hear your stories? We may not be that popular, but if
we have 500 people listen to us, so
so fuck
a little bit more actually. I think we're closer to 600 now.
So that's pretty cool. You want 600 people to hear your fucking stories? Send it to us.
Yeah, I mean, fucking by the time season 2 comes out, we'll probably have 1,000. So that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully we do. I mean, yeah, that'd be fucking dope if we get to that many. But I think we will eventually.
Of course.
Just take some time for us.
Yeah. All right, man. like I said, follow us on social media. You guys already have it by now. Just look us up on any social media and you'll find us.
Yeah, if you want a sticker, send us a fucking story.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one. Toodles.
Peace out.